Hello. This is my audition for the Total Drama Next Generation Favorite Character Contest, which was held in the Discord. I was allowed to pick. Three characters. That were my favorite, and why. Out of all these characters, these ones were easy not to include. This is where things got a little difficult, and up to here, it was really hard. So, but in the end, I decided to choose two Savannah Starlight, just two Generation 1 contestants, one male, one female, and then one camp, whatever, Bruton was it? Yeah, Bruton, I think. Contestants. And so here it is. First contestant, Jake. Out of all the contestants in Total Drama Next Generation, I would say Jake is the most relatable for me. And not only because of his stuttering, but because he wants to prove, because he wants to help, he wants to improve with his speech, and he's also socially anxious. He was also and he wanted to prove himself kind of a bit. But in season 1, Jake at the very start of season 1, Jake wasn't going to last very long. Though I would have personally had him at the very least further booted. It was obviously wasn't going to last very long. So there's not really much to say about his character in season 1. But in season 2, I really enjoyed how he stepped up for the aftermath, and it was because he wanted to improve on his socially anxiety. I think Jacob was a really nice guy. Who comes up who learns lots of facts on the internet, which is probably one thing that I don't really relate to him, I'll admit. But in Island Homecoming is where he really shined, and his relationship with Stuart, while it was short last, was probably my favourite relationships in the whole series, and not because of obviously two males, but because of the dynamic. It's a shame that they broke up in Combat Cruise, but however, at the same time though the fact that James wanted to explore his sexuality and find out his true self was actually a bit inspiring in a way. I honestly hope that someday we can maybe see like a short or maybe Jake finding his true self, and maybe shorts of other characters like Cosmo, maybe Cosmo like in his wedding or something like that. Yeah, Cosmo. Yeah, like shorts of all the characters. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, before I finish off with this character, I have one question for Cove. After Next Generation, is it kind of like say Karen that Jake and Stuart still still hanged out? Good. I actually hope they still hanged out. Anyways, on to the second character, China. China is the queen of the show. She was absolutely robbed in every season. She she's funny, she's witty. Well, not as witty as Cosmo, but she's her relationship with her friends were good. I liked in season 2 and in Back in Action and Legends of her trying to be of helping people helping people find their relationships. In season one, I was really rooting for her to win the whole thing. Mainly a Cosmo and China finale. And during Legends, I was really her and Cosmo being in the finale was my secondary preferred finalist for Legends. Back in Action, her actions are kind of a bit misty to me, but in Italian and Oncoming, she and Cosmo just didn't last long at all. Her slaps are iconic, and honestly, I would even go far as saying she's a bigger robbed queen than Lashana. Not 100%, don't 100% quote me on that, but 98% quote me at least. China's admittedly China's a pretty short character for me to really explain. I do love her design, and while usually it would become annoying, her talking in like the first or third person never gets annoying to me. So yeah. And on to the last character, Kevin. I honestly think Kevin should have been in Legends. He was great. He was really good. Now in Camp Britain, while I could have chosen like the final 3 in Camp Britain or even Caroline, I decided to go with Kevin because to be honest, he deserves as much love as those 4. Or he doesn't care what people think about him being a cheerleader, although he does kind of care about his dyslexia, which I mean fair. Him and I don't think I can remember the name, but I always have to say it. Well, him and his crush, was a pretty good ship, and honestly, it's a shame that they didn't stay together. He has had some funny scenes. He has had some funny scenes too, like with the whole turtle thing. And the fact that he got cheated out in the million because of Victor is why Victor is like my least favourite out of the Generation 2 cast. Shame too, because at first I thought it was at least decent, but I think he should have at the very least been in the final 4 instead of. God, I should really actually say their names more often, but yeah. To be honest, that's all I really have for them. No, I think I probably should have done Cosmo, but whatever. But anyways, that's my opinion on these guys. And good luck. And the last thing I have to say, good luck to everyone else competing in the contest. If you haven't already checked Total Drama Next Generation, what the fuck are you doing? Watch it now. It's like legit amazing. It might actually be. It's honestly maybe even better than the